Greg from Le Pattaya.
Food bar travelers all around.
Come on, you know that song. Have you
Been to San Francisco.
You gotta watch Reshot Travel on a Saturday morning. That's how it went, wasn't it?
I think so. Let's say
It's on now.
hey, Restart Travel Saturday Live Show.
Yo.
What's up?
What's that? Hold on. Hello?
Hi guys! I'm Guang from See You Around.
I am IC from IC That's My Style.
And also now we are
Live from space.
That's so lovely. That's very lovely.
You're so much fun to talk with.
Well, you know, I set up a nice little dinner for us after. You know.
I know, a very handsome date.
Oh, well, thank you.
I was just watching that.
Yeah.
It made me a bit shy.
Please, I beg you. We should be enough with this.
One last thing, Richard. Don't forget, when you come over, you can use our studio. I did promise you.
Oh, thank you.
You can do your Saturday show.
I actually thought we were going to do a wee dance tonight. A wee Scottish jig for you there.
You don't want to quit.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 48th Saturday Live Show. Welcome to everyone. How was your week? Any big plans for the weekend? Would love to see them in the chat. Let me know what you guys are going to be up to this weekend. Today's guest, Carey Away. Very happy to have Carrie Away on the show. I feel like she's been waiting for 6 or 7 weeks to come on the show. And that time has finally arrived. We had a couple of great conversations before today and so excited to bring her on the show. Before we kind of get too ahead of ourselves, I do want to mention one thing today. That's thoughts and prayers go out to Dave from Gotta Love Thailand. So the YouTube channel Gotta Love Thailand has a little bit of an illness, a setback in the hospital right now. And we're hoping a speedy recovery for Dave. I'm sure he'd appreciate seeing your comments in the chat saying, hey, Dave, hope you feel better. And even better, what I would ask is maybe go to the guy's YouTube channel, consider subscribing, watch a couple videos, leave a comment saying, hey, I heard you're a little under the weather. Wishing you a speedy recovery. That would go a long way. You know, us YouTube creators, we have a separate area in our YouTube studio called comments, and you can see all the comments flood in. So even if you might have watched a video in the past, maybe go back and rewatch one, just drop a comment in there and say, hey, Dave, I hope you're feeling better. So thoughts and prayers go with Dave. Dave, I'm thinking about you, and I hope you're getting a speedy recovery. So back to the schedule, what we got going on today. So great guest last week with Gar and Ann. Really appreciated that live show. They were so much fun. I would say if you haven't checked that out, go back and check out the replay because that was really a lot of fun talking to them. And for those that didn't see that one, Anne, it's from Thailand. She's Thai, living in America with Gar in Florida right now, and basically making some great videos. She does all the video editing and just super smart, some really great videos on that channel. So again, consider kind of checking out some of those videos and subscribing. Thank you to today's mods. Really appreciate all that you do. So you'll be taking care of the chat. So feel free to do what you got to do. And I definitely know that I support you guys in all that you do. Today's exchange rate, about the same as last week. Not really a lot of difference there. You know, I'm doing this by request. Every time that I don't put in the exchange rate for the week, I get a lot of comments like, hey, you got to put the exchange rate back in. So I'm trying to be good about putting the exchange rate in every week so people can see, and kind of really unchanged from last week. So we want to see that the USD get above 33. That's the fly zone for most of us. If we get above 33, that's great. I tell stories. You guys have heard me in the past in 2016 when it was 36 to 1. Boy, those were the days, huh? 36 to 1. Man, dollar went a long way back then. So let me go to the chat and welcome in some people here because I got a lot of people in here. For anyone coming in new, welcome to the channel and welcome to the chat. That's great. Seeing a lot of good messages going to Dave. Andy Stubbs saying Dave is a great guy. Get well soon. And Carlos Thailand says, sorry to hear about Gotta Love Thailand. Just subbed him last week. That's great. Then Bill's saying big thanks, offering prayers for Dave. Absolutely. We're going to have Dave on the show and we'll be talking about that later after the intermission break. So we kind of got a full schedule of things going on today. So I'll let you know at the hour we'll be taking intermission break. In the intermission video this week, get this, Brian Flowers. Say, if you listened to last week's live show, Brian was doing some crazy stuff on the side while I was doing my live show, sending me messages, pictures, dance videos, that kind of stuff. I'm trying to conduct the show, and he's trying to distract me. So I'm going to have some payback today with the intermission video. We're going to check out Brian's driving vlogs. So we'll be checking that out a little bit later. And then that last half hour, we'll be going through vlogger news. So we'll be showing the dancing vloggers. And then at the end of that, I actually have kind of a big announcement to make about not only the channel, but the live show moving forward. So we're going to talk about that a little bit and go through that. So I do want to see, one thing I'm not seeing in the live chat is my guy, Lucas from Rides for Kicks. So a little concerned about that because I know Lucas always comes in here and will say hello and that kind of stuff. So I wonder what Lucas is up to.
I got one problem though. Can you tell them to hurry it up in the kitchen? I got to get home and watch the Richard Travel Show.
Sorry, Richard, but we're going to be late for that one today. I do apologize.
That's not going to work. Lucas, how dare you? Putting food over my show. My show should always come first. All the promotion I've done for your channel. How dare you, sir? All right. Well, hopefully Lucas makes it in a little bit later. That'll be great to see him come in again. Him and Nick and Martin, all those guys being crazy, sending me messages probably again today. But I do want to let you know we have a surprise guest coming on before Carey Away. This is quite a find for me. Cheap Charlie Chronicles. You know, the guy has 350,000 subscribers. He has like 3 or 4 different channels. Cheap Charlie Food, Cheap Charlie Chronicles, Cheap Charlie Live. So I wanted to go, he's actually in Cleveland, Ohio right now. I wanted to go live via satellite to check in with Charlie, Cheap Charlie, in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's take a look.
Hear that? It feels like a
Gonna have to make a note that Charlie's interview is going to be delayed. Check back with Charlie later. Tommy J, can you check the weather in Cleveland, please? Oof, looks a little nuts. Not so good for Cheap Charlie today. Louis Cabo is in the house saying hello to Tommy J. Appreciate that. John the Arm, our new moderator in the Arm, saying what's up. Hopefully Chocolate Man in Thailand got a chance to see that intro. Took too long to put that thing together, but I was on a mission. And Chocolate Man in Thailand with his what's up fit right into that. I've been thinking about that for weeks. CJ Paradise saying hello to Baldy Brian. Got Bill Cluck in the house. Hello from sunny Pennsylvania. So no tornadoes in Pennsylvania, I'm assuming today then. And Chocolate Man in Thailand, like the little tribute to Cheap Charlie. Who does that kind of stuff? Tornadoes landing in the area and Cheap Charlie gets the camera out and starts filming it, you know, in the middle of nowhere. I'd be running to a shelter and forget the camera. But, you know, what are you going to do? Jeff Johnson in the house saying hello to Bad Badger. Polly D from Australia saying hi to everyone. Great. We got a lot of good people in here. Make sure I'm caught up on everyone. Prinzo Worldwide. Haven't seen you for a while. This is a great channel. Thank you. Hopefully you're talking about mine, or maybe Chocolate Man's, or maybe Cheap Charlie's, or maybe Carey Away. Carey Away. That's a great channel. So Chevin Dev, the shirt, love it. There's a great story behind this shirt. We're going to talk to Carey about it. Thanks for mentioning that. I think Chevin Dev are always calling out my shirts. Chevin Dev and 2 passports, 1 dream. Yes. High five. It's great. And Martin saying, I'm laughing because Nick didn't know I was going to dance. He looked shocked. Yeah. And I think Martin had that planned all along. I almost let them go before he had the kilt up to dance. So perfect. I had him actually take 2 takes on that dancing because one was in just the small screen. Then I made it the larger screen and we recorded that one. That's funny. Big plans for me, big plans for the channel, big plans for the live show moving forward. So we'll talk about that at the tail end of the live show after the vlogger news, that kind of stuff. So we got a lot of great videos showing today, guys. We got a lot of great dance submissions. We're going to be talking to Carey about a lot of stuff today. And I got some cool little videos to show as well. She's probably thinking, what kind of, live interview show is this? All these videos going back and forth. When's the interview start? It's coming up soon, Carey. Hang in there. Take a drink of water. Coming up soon. Carl's Thailand saying hello to Jeff Johnson. So I do want to say one thing. We're going to address this a little bit later on, but Chocolate Man in Thailand. The guy did a 7.5 hour live stream yesterday. 7.5 hours. Boy, I think Cheap Charlie would be envious of that length. That's pretty crazy. So we'll talk through why he was doing that in the vlogger news, because they definitely have that profiled to talk about why would you do a 7.5 hour live stream. Well, we're going to find out. We're going to talk through vlogger news today. And let's see, we got Brian Greeny in the house. Let me find see if I can't find Greeny Travels. Greeny Travels is there. All right. Look at this. Baldy is just saying hello to everyone at once. He puts like a copy paste. Hello, everyone. That's what I should be doing. So I like to go one at a time. Greeny Travels saying hello to Jeff, CJ Paradise. Good. We got all the usual suspects in here. Feel free to drop chat comments in the chat today for Carey. We'll be deferring to the chat for questions, anything that might be top of mind for you. We'll definitely be doing that. And I think what we'll do now is we'll pivot to bring Carey Away in for her first appearance on the Saturday live show. So I have a cool little intro that she put together. What a professional. She's sending me intros, thumbnail pictures, everything. Such a professional. I could just sit back this week and do nothing. Well, not really. But let's play her intro and let's bring her in.
I'm Carey. I'm just your average mom living a not-so-average life. This is my husband, Joshua, and our kids, Haley and Max. We sold everything and stepped out of our comfort zone to travel around the world together.
Carey, welcome to the Saturday Live Show.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Richard.
Hello, hello.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. I'm such a huge fan of your channel. It's really an honor to have you on the channel today.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
It's funny because I've been watching your channel since you had like 2,000 subscribers way back when. And I got to tell you, like, why I started watching then and why I keep watching today is really like your videos will pull on my heartstrings and then also entertain me and make me laugh all in the same video. I love it.
Oh, that's perfect. That's what I want. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I thought what we might want to do is to start out, Carey, maybe for those individuals that might not be familiar with your channel and who you are, would it make sense maybe for you to kind of tell us a little bit about your background and a little bit about the channel?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Carey, and my channel is Carey Away. And it's basically about me traveling the world with my family. We sold everything about a little over a year ago, and we were planning to travel all around Southeast Asia and beyond. And what happened was we got kind of stuck in Thailand. So our channel turned into a Thailand travel channel where we went to visit a lot of the places that our viewers actually asked us to go. So that's kind of what happened. Was this wasn't planned. We were originally just going to start out, filming our travels so that our family back home can watch us. And of course, hoping that we could also interest some people in joining in and maybe show them that this lifestyle is possible of really like kind of being modern day nomads. And then, it just kind of all turned out totally different. So now we're in Thailand. and we're showing what's open, what's not, and what's going on, and visiting places that our viewers ask us, which has made for very nice connections with people that we never expected. So it's been very special.
I think it's so you're making some great videos. I want to kind of double click a little bit into the nomad lifestyle. But before, you got some fans in the chat that I wanted to profile. So 2 passports, 1 dream, saying hello
guys.
to Carrie. Jake McShane saying hello. Everyone's saying hello to you here.
Hi, everybody.
Together somewhere saying, hey, passports, 1 dream, and Chev and Dev. That's great. And then I want to make sure that Chev and Dev get the call out. So she's saying,
hey, Chev and Dev.
Everyone,
thanks for coming.
So great. Yeah, it's so great. So it's interesting, because I know when I first started tuning into your channel, Carrie, the channel name was News from the Shoes, right? I love that channel name. That was very catchy. I never forgot it. Once you hear it once, you won't forget it. But then you went through the name change, right? To Carey Away.
Right.
So what kind of precipitated that? Because I think a lot of people are starting to kind of look hard at their channel names now.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a scary move, to be honest. But a lot of people didn't understand what the name was about. News from the Shoes. That was our original name. We wanted to do something with shoes because, which is also something that a lot of people didn't get. We're the shoemakers. That's our surname. So some people thought our channel had something to do with shoes. Like, we've been asked multiple times if that's what our channel is about. And we've also been asked if we have a shoe business. And there was just some confusion there. And also just, it wasn't a name that really, I mean, you said that you remembered it and you thought it was catchy, but there was a lot of people that actually couldn't remember it. And just when they came to the channel, they didn't really understand what it was about. And also, I'm really kind of it's my channel. So when you're on my channel, you will connect mainly with me. My husband likes to appear every now and then, but he's not that big on always being on the camera. So I just wanted to kind of make it clear that if you come to Carey Away, you're going to chat with me, you're going to see me. And that was kind of what kind of encouraged me to do it. I don't know. I was scared to do it. That's why I postponed it for a long time. But then I came to the point where it's like, you know what, I just really feel like if I don't do it now, it's going to be a lot harder later on to do it.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I will tell you. So first of all, Brian Flowers is saying hello to Carrie. So Brian Flowers is a YouTube creator as well. I will tell you, nice guy, super nice guy, Brian. You'd never want to drive with that guy. Don't drive with that guy. We're going to show you why a little bit later in the live show. Driving's a little suspect with Brian. We're going to go through that a little bit later. But it's interesting. So you mentioned about the Carey Away, so changing names. So I told you this on the pre-interview. So I've been thinking about maybe changing my channel name. And I think I wanted to run this by you. Is it okay if I ask for your opinion? I'd love to run this by you. So I'm going to unveil this. This is a possible channel name for me. Carrie, let me know what you think. Pretty good, huh?
Seriously.
So what's the problem? I put a lot of thought in that. It came to me. No, it's great because after our conversation, it really just clicked. I'm like, oh, Richard Away. It sounds perfect. So now, how do you say your name of your channel?
Mine's Carey Away.
See, because mine is much different. See, mine is Richard Away. Away. See, it's a little bit longer. And the font's a little bit wider. So it's much different. Don't worry about it. Much different. I'm going to maybe go with that one. Roll it out tonight.
Don't you dare. No, actually you can, but you always have to mention where you got the inspo from. If you mention it in every single show, that's okay.
Oh man, that's great. Now, I love the new channel name. I think it's great. It speaks to a lot of things for me. It's like the channel's all about you. It's profiling you and the family, but I just think it's very catchy as well. So nice job. Like, those are not easy things to do. Think up great channel names. Talk to Flora and Note about that, right?
I did, and they were actually a big support on this.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's not easy to do. So I want to kind of double click a little bit into the nomad lifestyle because, for anyone that's kind of watched your video series, you really took a chance. You sold everything. You moved from Switzerland to Thailand and did not look back. So what was that like for you, leaving Switzerland and really embarking on, were you thinking Thailand was a momentary, you're going to travel around a bit, or was that was your residence? You were moving there for good?
No, we were going to stay for 3 months, and then we had flights booked to Vietnam after. and those flights got canceled. So then we just kind of stayed in Thailand. So and now actually we're thinking about maybe leaving Thailand in 3 months. So we're not sure yet. We're still deciding what to do, but we've always been like every now and then we kind of reevaluate the situation of what travel is like right now. And it's just this past year, we've just been really happy to be in Thailand because it's been a safe place to be. And it's been a great way of kind of getting into this lifestyle that we have, because we have been traveling around Thailand now, but it's kind of been, because we have 2 small kids, like it's been nice to, you know, to kind of be able to stay in the same place for a long time. So it wasn't that big of a sacrifice or anything for us that we had to stay in beautiful Thailand. But yeah, leaving Switzerland wasn't hard. It was like, I mean, of course, it was hard to say goodbye to everybody, but it was something that we have been like dreaming about and working on for a long time. So when we made the move and when we came here, it wasn't really a shock for us or anything. I think both of us, like my husband and I, knew what we were getting ourselves into. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it with 2 kids, you know, like we knew what we wanted, and we, I don't know, I'm a bit of a planner. So like I plan also in the unplanned situations, and it was just better than we expected, to be honest. Like just everything has been worth it. And even the scary parts and things that didn't work out the way we expected it, like really helped us grow as people. I think we grew as people in the last year more than we ever have, like, or at least, at least in such a short amount of time.
Yeah, I love what you said there about, you know, maybe getting outside of Thailand once the restrictions kind of ease. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling the same way as you. It's one thing to be in one place by choice. It's another thing to have to stay in Thailand because you can't go anywhere else. So I do feel like some people probably would stay in Thailand the rest of their lives. If they could choose to go other places, that kind of makes it easier. But to your point, I think a lot of people, once the restrictions ease up, they're going to want to get out, venture out to Bali, Cambodia, Laos, all those neighboring areas. Is that kind of where you see yourself going initially?
Maybe, although lately we've been, because of like all the restrictions and because things are quite, I don't know, you know, there's certain countries that we never thought about that we see now, oh, that's open and it's easy to travel there. Maybe we'll go there, even though it's something that we never, ever thought about, you know. Maybe our first choice would have been to go to Vietnam and then kind of go Cambodia and Laos and like do all those. But now that we don't have this freedom of choice as much, we're really we're very flexible now, you know, with like where we could go. It's like, that would be quite cool. Yeah, that would, you know, like we're just kind of looking into the options, and we're okay with everything. You know, we're just happy that we're still able to travel, because I remember back last year, there was a point when we really were worried that we were going to have to go back to Switzerland. And that was actually the scariest thing for us.
Yeah, I bet. Because there's no real backup plan there. You weren't really expecting to have to go back there. It would have definitely been difficult to coordinate all that stuff. That's interesting. So it's funny, Carrie, because I do a lot of research on my guests. So I've been doing a lot of research. I told you this on the pre-interview. I've already watched all your videos, but I got to rewatch stuff. And you did something that was very tough for me. You had a live stream go off at 2 o'clock in the morning, my time. But you know what? I was on that live stream in support of you. And
I know, you're amazing.
And that was your very first live stream, right? That was the first one you've done?
First and only, actually. This is my second live. No, actually, I did one on Facebook. But yeah, other than that, this is my second time live on YouTube, but that was my first.
Well, I thought you did a great job, but I thought for those that might have missed it, let's play a couple seconds of this live and let's show people.
Thank you so much for joining. And oh, Richard is here. Nice. I'm practicing for when I come live on Richard's show, which I will tell you about soon. I'll be a live guest on another show soon. It's very hot. I don't know if you can see, I'm like sweating. It's very hot. It's a bit humid as well. So by the end of this live stream, my hair might be somewhere up here. So yeah, it's hot and humid right now, and it feels like it might rain later. It's been kind of like this every day, kind of hot and humid, and then kind of at the end of the day, there's a thunderstorm. There was even an earthquake, actually, not too far away, somewhere in the middle of the ocean. They measured it, I don't know, but we felt the thunderstorm.
See, that's a professional. We have thunderstorms going on, earthquakes happening.
I'm so dramatic.
But you know, it's funny because I texted you after. I'm like, Carrie, for your first live stream, you should probably like be in an air conditioned room, not like outside when it's hot.
I have two small kids. I don't have a lot of choices. Like, I just have to do what I can.
Yeah, and I felt like so most people that do their first live stream have maybe like 10, 15 people come in. So it was tough for you because people are loading in over 100 people on that first live show. So wow.
I had no idea what to expect. Like, I didn't know what was good or bad. So I was just happy that there was like somebody there to talk to. So yeah, that was really good.
I'll tell you, it's very stressful for me. I think my first live stream I did, I took a 2-hour nap after. I couldn't, the chat was going crazy, too many questions, I didn't know what to do. And yeah, it's nuts. But you handled it like a pro. You're a pro.
Oh, thanks.
But you think you'll do more of those in the future?
Yeah, I do want to do more. I was actually planning to do one, like I was going to do one the week after, and then somehow it didn't work out because with the whole kind of lockdown that happened afterwards, it wasn't as easy. Like everything was closed. And then I thought, well, I can't really walk around and talk to people when you're supposed to keep like distance. It's not that fun. So I am definitely planning on doing live streams again though in the future. So in the near future, hopefully.
Yeah, are you really enjoying like the cost savings on hotels? Because a lot of your videos are traveling around visiting other resorts and stuff like that. Are you seeing what everyone else is seeing with the cost savings?
Yeah, like I mean, for us, it's always a priority to have a kitchen, and so we're always looking for. We don't always have that many choices of places in our price range that have a kitchen, and we always a kitchen 2-bedroom, and we'd like to be kind of close to the beach. We have a lot of how do you call it, like expectations, a lot of things that we want. But they are definitely more affordable and better places than we probably normally would be able to afford. So that's really nice. So we also try to promote those on our channel, like whatever place we stay at, before we leave, we give a tour and give the name of the place so that people know. Also, because we usually choose places that are all the places we've chosen have been quite good. So we think for families or for people who like 2-bedroom places, like, we give good suggestions of places that you could stay at when you're coming to a certain area. So, yeah.
I love those. I love those videos. It's nice to kind of be magically taken away from San Francisco, and I'm there in Thailand watching your videos.
Oh, Paul is here. Sorry,
yeah,
Paul.
Paul's saying great job on the live stream.
Thank
Man in
Paul.
Thailand said that he loves Switzerland, but very expensive.
It is. Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to talk about was my shirt. So
yes.
Got Carrie. So there's a story behind this, guys. So, and Carrie can laugh about this because I give her a hard time. So I was actually reaching out to Carrie for like 11 months before she got her on the show. And, it was a whole time debacle thing. When I first started doing this, it was 11 o'clock at night for Carrie. She just had a newborn. Like the baby thing wasn't going to work out with the time schedule. We wanted to do maybe a recording of it, but that wasn't going to work. And just long story short, what was happening is my moderators, every time I talked to them, they would ask me, have you gotten Carrie booked yet? Have you gotten Carrie booked yet? So I got this shirt for them. I got Carrie now. She's here now. So high five
Yay,
myself.
Finally.
So thank you, Carrie, for making the time to come on. And you were always very nice about it too. Always very nice.
Well, I really wanted to. Like, it was just a little bit difficult to organize, but I especially got an apartment today just for your live show. Like, this is not the place that we're living in. Like, I asked the landlords if I could have an apartment for the live stream.
Well, Carrie asked me how's my background look, and I said, Carrie, the background not very good. Need to get like a new apartment. Is it possible to go get a new apartment? Is that
your
very
apartment
expensive?
sucks.
So yeah, great background, great apartment. I'm glad you did that. But it's funny, one of the things that I keep keying on when I watch your videos is the fact that your kids they crack me up in every video. Your daughter is hilarious. So I have a little clip I wanted to play of your daughter being a hand for the camera. She's got like a new YouTube channel coming out soon, probably herself, right?
So. Probably.
Let's have a good laugh at this one.
Not far from where we live, actually, but we thought, why not make a holiday out of it? And a holiday and a video. Hi. Lovely bathrobe, Haley. Can you say hi, Bridget? Hi, Paul?
Hi, Paul and Bridget.
That wasn't very nice.
Bridget, hi, Paul.
He's so silly.
Man, you need to get her own YouTube channel like right away. She'd have 1 million subscribers.
I know she would outshine me completely. She already does.
I think so. That needs to be part of your outro, Carrie. Like, you got to be like Carrie Away and then her.
That's a good idea. I'll do that in every video.
What do I know? I'm all giving you advice. So you're pretty close to 10,000 subscribers now, on the cusp, right?
Yes, but it feels like it's taking a long time, but I am excited.
Yeah. Are you? How far are you away?
Oh,
Did you check today?
no, actually, I've been a little bit detached
That's
the last.
probably good. It's a good sign. Good
Yeah,
sign.
no, yeah. I'm trying to. I used to check much more often, and it kind of made me a little bit crazy sometimes because you keep refreshing the app, like what's going on, and then and now I've kind of detached myself a little bit from that, and I really want to just do videos that I enjoy as opposed to videos that I think everybody wants to see or like would rate high or rank high. You get into like these different things, and it's and you stop enjoying the channel, you stop enjoying what you're doing. And I just don't want that to happen to me because I really love making videos. And I try, of course, to make videos that my subscribers like to watch and that they enjoy. But I also have to sometimes, forgive myself if I can't meet the expectation every time. And that's why like I try to be a little bit more relaxed with that and with the growth and
Yeah, I think as long as you're consistent, Carrie, people appreciate that. I think it's tough when you have a schedule of 2 or 3 videos a week, like what you were doing, right? So that's tough. You got a family, you have other things going on in your life, so it's tough to fit all that in. So yeah, good for you for sort of like pausing that a little bit and going. I think you're at like 1 video a week now. One or
now
two?
one, yeah. At the moment, one.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And then Together Somewhere was just asking, where's your favorite place in Thailand been so far? Do you have a favorite?
Well, it's hard to say because we've been to Thailand a couple of times before, and we used to love Koh Phangan and Koh Tao, like the islands there. But now with kids, it's been Koh Samui and Phuket have been the most practical and just the easiest for us. Like we've really enjoyed Koh Samui and Phuket. Like we just got to Phuket, but we're really, really enjoying it. I mean, we also loved Koh Lanta and Krabi. Krabi was very closed and quiet. So we can't really say. I mean, we'd have to go back when it's more busy. Hi, Bridget.
Yeah.
Oh, so nice you're here. So yeah, so we're really, really like, we were talking about it. Like if we would live somewhere like long term right now, we would probably, at the moment, we're really liking Phuket. Like surprisingly, like we're kind of in the Rawai, Nai Harn area, which is an area that we never saw before, and we're really liking it. But we also like are really looking forward to Chiang Mai because we haven't been there in forever, and the last time we were there was for 4 days. So that's all we've ever seen from there. So from the north.
Yeah, and I feel like there's really no YouTube creators that live up in that area doing any kind of vlogging there, right? There's really no one doing. Oh,
no, I
okay,
don't.
there is.
So that's why I have to go there. I have to finally go meet them in person.
All these channels like put in the chat. We do that. We're in Chiang Mai. Yeah. There's so
Don't
many.
come,
That's
Carrie.
great.
This is our area.
So funny. But I mean, it's tough because I mean the burning season happens in Chiang Mai, but I think the people that live there know they usually just get out of that area for those couple months, right? They go down to like Koh Samui, that kind of stuff.
When we were in Koh Lanta, actually, there was so many people from Chiang Mai down there. Like everyone, like Koh Lanta was full of people from Chiang Mai because they were like fleeing the burning season and coming down to Koh Lanta.
Yeah, Chef and Dev is saying, "Yeah, hope to see you in Chiang Mai."
Yay!
It's funny. So, like talking to all these different YouTube creators, I'm getting to know how to say a lot of these cities. So, previously I would say Chiang Mai, but I know it's more like Chiang Mai. So, and then with the Ko, I'm trying to do Go Samui.
Oh, more. Like yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
Yes.
Note and I, we talk. We're like this. Note and I, we're this close. But he always busts out my Thai, so I appreciate the guy. He's a good dude.
He's taught me a lot of Thai as well. They corrected my actually Note told me that I should say, because I asked him like if there's something that I need to correct, and he said that I should remember to say ka at the end of my sentences because I forgot. That's not like quite often I would forget to say ka, which is kind of polite, if you say ka at the end, it makes it more gentle and soft and like polite kind of, and it sounds a little more harsh if you ask like, what's this? And you don't say the ka at the end, So I'm actually very grateful to my teacher Note.
I think that's super critical, especially for foreigners that speak the Thai language. Sometimes we'll learn it from other Thais and they have their shortcut, right? So they'll sometimes say arai, like what is your name? But I like to say konchu arai krap. Like the whole sentence, like make a sentence out of it, try to be polite. So I love that you're doing that because it makes sense.
I'm working on it.
Bridget's saying you ask your viewers if there's things you want us to check out, job to do. So is that you kind of ask your viewers of places to go? That kind of stuff?
Yeah, we have we haven't done stuff lately, but job to do. I mean, that's a reggae band, and Bridget asked Bridget and Paul, they're very loyal subscribers. They asked us if we could find the song, like play the song for them basically. But then we actually found job to do the band, so that was cool. So we had them on the show instead of just the song, so that was really nice.
Yeah, that's great. And then Mr. Actually, Go More Hike had a question about cooking. And I always like to try to profile Go More Hike's questions. Here we go. Carrie, are you a good cook? What's your favorite dish? And he's big on cornbread, this guy.
Ooh, I love cornbread.
Oh, Go More Hike. He found someone who likes cornbread. Yes, we finally found some. Usually people are like, what is cornbread?
Ah, no, I miss cornbread. I haven't had cornbread in forever.
Do they have cornbread in Switzerland?
No, but I did make it myself once.
Oh, really?
But it wasn't as good as the real thing. So, I mean, I still need to practice. I can't make it for Go More Hike yet. To practice first.
So what do you think?
I'm a good cook. Oh, I don't know. I'm not good at baking. I'm not good at like bread and cakes and stuff, but I'm good at cooking. Like, I don't like baking. I like cooking.
Rachel loves saying hi to Carrie, one of your fans here.
Hi, Rachel. Nice to see you.
And
Thanks
all
so much
the
for
Brian
being here.
Family Adventure saying hi, Carrie. It's great to see other family adventure YouTubers here in Thailand. We should start a club.
Oh, yay. Let's do it.
So it's funny because last time I checked on Baldy Brian Family Adventures, he submitted like a 2.5 minute dance video, Carrie. It was nuts. I'd actually cut it down to about 30 seconds. I sometimes wonder if he's still dancing. Yeah, he's still dancing. It's a long video clip. Hey, but he has lots of energy. So had the whole family involved in dancing. That was awesome.
Why didn't you ask me to submit a dance video? I'd love to do a dance video.
Okay. Oh, now you want to. Okay. Now I know how it is. Now it is. All right. Record this. Okay. Moderators make a note. 3638 in the chat. Carrie confirms sending a dance video. Okay. I'd love to see it. Thank you. I would love to see that. Send it to me. We'll put it in next week.
All right.
I think that would be great. That would be great. And let's see. Got a couple of comments here. And so Nick says, not down with gravy and biscuits. Okay. Well, thank you, Nick, for giving us the feedback. And Martin says that Nick Dean can cook toast. So that's great. So about the same level of proficiency that I have. I can do that in pasta.
Toast is
and
important.
Then Flora note says, you owe me a meal, Carrie.
I do. I owe you. I do. What was it? Lobster.
Oh.
He wanted lobster thermidor.
Wow. Did they do a favor for you or something? What's the story
Yeah,
there?
they've done it. They've done a lot of favors for me. I owe them big time. That's why I keep giving them shout outs in my videos, but it's not enough. Note, am I allowed to say this? Note what you've done for me. He created the Carey Away, like with the dandelion, like my intro, my name. Note did that. Note is very creative and very gifted and very helpful.
Wow. Awesome. Wow. A little bit of a scoop there on the Richard Travel Saturday Live show today.
I know,
that's great.
right?
Oh, Note's very excited. He's like, probably recording this, put in the next video. Yeah, I help everyone out. And Chocolate Man in Thailand says that he can burn water. That's great. So I don't know if that counts. But yeah, it's interesting. And one of the things I was thinking about when I was watching one of your first videos, when you guys were packing up and leaving Switzerland to come to Thailand, wow, like you got rid of most of your stuff. Did you put anything in storage, Carrie, or is it pretty much everything sold?
We have a few boxes at Joshua, my husband's dad's house. So we have maybe 4 boxes or something with just photo albums and a few memory things like from the birth of our children, you know, like that we collected, like emotional things, sentimental things, and winter clothes, like a coat and long pants and like stuff like that, boots, like just if we would come back to Switzerland in winter, that we wouldn't completely like be walking around in shorts and flip-flops. That's what we have there.
Thank you, Phil, for popping in saying hello. Phil was featured in the intro video. Thanks for all that you're doing to help support the channel. Appreciate that. And then Louis says a Haley dance video will be good. Oh, well, up to you. Up to you.
Should we do the whole family or just?
I think it would be great. We need more
just
family.
Haley.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to diversify the whole dancing thing here. Yeah,
I'll have to see if Yozo was into it, but yeah.
Hey, all I need is 5 to 10 seconds. I can loop it. I can make it look good in post. I'll call Note up. We'll work on it together. And Bridget B says vodka mango for Carrie. Whoa, all the secrets are coming out today, Carrie.
Bridget.
That is so funny. So, do you guys think that you will be going back to Switzerland then sometime to kind of visit friends and family, that kind of thing?
Yeah, we are we are thinking about visiting in, well, actually our family doesn't even know this yet, but we're thinking in a year, a little bit more than a year would probably be realistic, but we'll have to see. It's just everything's so open, but that's kind of what we're hoping will happen, will be that we would go in a year, a little bit over a year, to visit family. That would be kind of the plan.
Yeah, it's really tough to call it these days. I was just having a business call with a colleague of mine in the Dominican Republic, and he was telling me that they actually went through their vaccination. Everyone's good to go. They're starting to open up, and they had a little bit of a spike, and they're locking everything down again. So, and that was a country that was opening up. So, boy, you just don't know what to think. It's hard.
We just don't want to get stuck. That's the thing. I mean, of course, we could travel around Europe then, but we just, at the moment, we still have a lot of, we don't feel ready yet to really go home. I don't know. We just feel like we're still we're in this personal growth journey and doing our YouTube channel and, just kind of really into what we're doing right now. So we don't feel ready yet to go back. So we kind of think that a year from now would probably be good.
How are the kids settling into Thailand weather?
Great. I mean, I was struggling in Switzerland to get them to wear shoes. Like Haley would refuse to wear shoes, and when there was snow outside, and she's like, "Don't even get me started with gloves or hats or anything like that." Like it was my biggest battle and struggle. So it's really a lot easier here when they have less layers, and they're really also getting used to moving around. I think that's kind of the biggest thing. The worry that maybe parents have is that you move, because we're not just in one house. We're moving around Thailand like every month or every 2 months. And the first 2 moves were a little bit tricky with Haley, especially. Like the way she reacted was she just asked us a whole lot of questions. Like she would like drive us insane with questions just because she lost her sense of security. She'd just be asking, and we'd be like, ugh. And she's really gotten used to it. Today she was like, oh, when we go to our next home, are we gonna do? She's already like, she knows what's happening, and she's enjoying like the adventures. And
yeah, I think as a kid, I wonder if I'd be looking at a map trying to figure out like where are we going to go next. You kind of share that with them, like we're going here, going there.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really understand maps yet because she's still very small, but we do like say like the next place we're going to. We don't say it like way in advance because she's still so small, but like a week before we're going or something, we'll start talking about it, and then she's like, "Oh yeah," and
now,
she's like,
how old is
"Are there
Haley?
puppies there?" She's 4.
Oh, I was going to say 21, 22, like 4. I'm not a very good gauge of ages, I guess.
I know I look like I could have a 21-year-old, right? That's
Oh, and Carrie took it that way, like, how dare you, Richard?
It's the first thing that a woman will think.
So funny. It's nice. So you've done a little bit of collaboration videos as well. I want to talk a little bit about that. What you like about doing that, if you're going to kind of continue doing those?
I love doing collaborations. Like if anybody wants to write me, like I'm totally open. I don't care how big the channel is. Like I love doing videos with other YouTubers because I find it really, I think like being a YouTuber is sometimes a bit of a lonely place because you're a little bit crazy, like making these videos every week and like showing your face and your family and So it's really nice to like learn from others, see what they do, see how they do it, and just fun, and of course also an opportunity to grow your channels and yeah, I just really enjoy collaborations like that. So so in Koh Samui it was a little bit easier because there was more YouTubers around. I still have to figure out who's in Phuket. If anybody's in Phuket, let me know. But yeah, I mean, I think it's always nice to share, and even if it's not a collaboration, but just to meet up and chat about the whole YouTube lifestyle, it's just nice to exchange.
Yeah, you always have that in common, right? The struggle that is YouTube, right? And all the things that go along with it, right? So that's definitely a conversation probably best had over either a beer or a glass of wine, which is good. Lipa Pattaya is saying best of luck with the channel, Carrie. So Phil from Lipa Pattaya, great. He's a business owner there. And Chocolate Man in Thailand was saying that has him thinking about Switzerland now. He missed the Alps. I didn't realize I think Chocolate Man's been all over the world, this guy.
Yeah, Zermatt is very nice. Very nice in winter.
Yeah. Now with your name, getting back to the name a little bit, Carrie, because I'm very curious about this. Did you run it by other people, or is it just kind of in your head, like this is what it's going to be, I'm doing it?
No, I ran it by Flora Note, actually. Yeah. And my sister, she's like my guru as well. Like I always talk to my sister about stuff like that. She's always my and of course my husband, but that's it. Yeah, those were the people that I was talking to at the time. And Flora and Note were really, really like supportive, and because they also did a name change, so it was kind of funny because we did it. I guess we kind of encouraged each other as well to just go for it, even though it's a bit scary, because what you have to do is you have to go back and you have to change the captions everywhere. You've got the wrong logos afterwards in all the previous videos. You know, every video up to the name change has the News from the Shoes logo in the intro. So it's a bit of a like, I don't know, it's as if you're saying goodbye to those videos a little bit, or as if, I don't know, it was just kind of, it was really hard for me, like, to do the name change. Like I couldn't sleep one night.
Well, I'm definitely going to make a note for myself then to actually counsel with Note on my channel name, because I think the Richard Away is probably good. I think it's good.
Well,
you know,
he might like it because he was okay with mine as well.
I think it's quality, and it's much different from yours. I don't think it's really similar at all. Because again, I say it differently. Richard Away. It's not.
Make sure you really pronounce it differently.
Yeah, it's different. It's like the Thai language. You know, you say a word differently in Thai with the highs and lows. It's a totally different word. Same with my channel. Richard Away. I think it's going to be different. I don't know. I think it's a great idea.
It's a great name.
Just came to me. I don't know how I thought of it, but it just kind of came in my head. I'm like, oh, I'm going to stick with that. so much fun. See, this is what the interview is like, Carrie. It's like having fun, cracking jokes.
I'm glad it's a joke. No, it's fine. You can be Richard Away. That's fine.
Yeah. So were there any? I mean, a lot of people would not put their family in videos, but you kind of chose to embrace that. Did you and your husband kind of talk about that a little bit ahead of time? Like, do we want to do this or not?
Yeah, I mean, I had a food blog originally. That was like, I started it 4 years ago, I think. So for 2 years, I had a food blog on Instagram, which is gone. I got hacked. I lost all my subscribers. I had like 10,000 subscribers.
Was it because that password 1234 was not working for you? Did they hack that?
I think, yeah, that was too.
I'll do it.
That's why this time I did it.
That's my password. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that? Oh.
So yeah, I lost that, but it was actually kind of good because then I focused more on YouTube. I lost it it was in Thailand, actually. I changed my food blog into kind of the thing. But anyway, the point is, there I already always had my kids on the stories, you know, like my subscribers or my followers at the time, like they saw, you know, the whole pregnancies and how Max was born. I mean, they didn't see how Max was born, but they saw like when he was newborn, and they kind of were with me on all of that. So I don't know. I understand completely, like, parents who choose not to do that. And for me, it's like, I never wanted to make my channel completely about my kids. I want to give them the freedom to say, hey, I mean, they don't say it, but I can tell if it's like a week where they're just not into it, you know, and then I don't film them. And then I do a video where I go out by myself and I do something, which is also something why I think my channel, maybe growth is a little bit slow, because it's not pure family channel. It's like family channel, but then sometimes it's me doing stuff, and there's a whole lot of different things. But I just want to have that freedom that if Haley doesn't want to be on camera, then she doesn't have to be. Like, she can, if she feels like it and she comes up, then she's on it, and if not, then not, you know. And if she ever says she doesn't want to be in it, then she doesn't have to be in it. And I haven't thought about that in such a long time, because it's been so natural. So I don't even know what to say, but I know that I've been asked that in the past, especially in Switzerland, because in Switzerland people are very, very much I don't know, like, it's a really sensitive subject for a lot of people to put your kids on the camera. So I get that, but I haven't thought about it in such a long time.
Yeah, but I think you do it. It's it's very natural in the videos. It's not like you're bringing them on to be a part of it. They actively want to be engaged in the videos. And I think Haley is just hilarious. So she really seems to kind of take to the camera, which is great, right? Makes it easy for you.
Yeah, and I think Max will be the same, because he's also like such a, like, yeah, I don't know. He's already entertaining all of us already now. So, I mean, if they at some point decide they don't want to be a part of it, that's totally fine. But I also can imagine that they're going to be like taking the camera out of my hand and taking over.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So I'm kind of thinking, like, so what places, if it was opened up, and have you been to Bali? Because a lot of people are looking to go from Thailand to Bali.
I'm thinking about Bali as well, actually. We have been speaking about Bali just because we went for 2 weeks and it was raining the entire time. So we feel like we need to go back and like give it another chance, because we just didn't see it we didn't see that much. It was just really, really, everyone was like, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's rainy season. It doesn't rain all the time, but it literally rained like 2 weeks straight, like the whole time that we were there. So we'd love to go back to Bali. So that would be an option. Yeah, definitely.
Is that an expensive place to go to, or is it more expensive than Thailand?
I don't think it's more expensive. I think it's probably about the same. I'm not sure anymore, but I think it would be the same. I think the expensive part is getting in at the moment because you need to have like a visa agent and you need to, I'm not exactly sure. I haven't looked into that whole stuff, but I think you have to maybe quarantine in Jakarta or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
I think the whole thing to get in would be kind of expensive. So you'd have to invest and really want to stay there for, if you can. I don't even know. I haven't looked into it that much, but it's definitely one of the countries that we could imagine going to.
Yeah, definitely. I've never been there myself, but it looks great.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a great place for traveling families like us because there's a lot of traveling families there as well. So that would definitely be an option. But
now, when you guys do move around like you do from time to time, every couple months, is there a lot of stuff that you're packing up, or is it really just a couple suitcases and you're good to go?
We don't have that much, but we've accumulated quite a bit. But we like to, every time we leave a place, we like to donate whatever we don't like because the kids grow out of stuff or they don't use certain toys anymore. So we just donate them and then we move on to the next place with less stuff. And then we get a few new things too. Yes, Flora Note, come with us to Bali.
Yeah,
there we go.
sounds great. Yeah. And then Paul was saying Bali's about the same as Thailand, very cheap. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think once all the restrictions and stuff go away, we'll have more of a gauge of what things will cost and stuff in real world situation, right? Everything's depressed, a lot cheaper, I think, than it would be normally.
That's what I think is hard, when I'm giving like house tours or any kind of hotel room tours, and then people ask us like, how much did you pay? And then I'm like, well, I tell you the price now, but it was like a really, really special deal that in a week probably won't be that deal anymore, because it changes all the time. So that's why sometimes I'm like, oh, like I can tell them the price, but it doesn't really make that much sense if they're coming in a year or in a half a year, like it's just changing all the time. So
that's so true. Cause I was looking at like a condo video, and they were talking about prices and it seemed quite cheap, but again, because of the current situation, right? So, and then Together Somewhere saying they're hoping to get to Bali later this year. That's great. So Gar and Ann, who were on last week, are hoping to get over that. It's great. And then CJ was saying, Flora, no private jet to Bali. Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Can we get one all together?
Yeah. And then Per Olsen was saying Indonesian food, pretty good. I've never had Indonesian food myself.
Oh, there was something that was really good, but I can't remember. I used to eat meat. So I think it was like a meat dish and it was so good. I can't remember what it's called, like a brown sauce and meat. And they serve it in like in a coconut, maybe? No, I don't know. But it was really, really good. And it's like a really famous Indonesian dish. I can't remember if somebody knows. It's like the signature dish. I just remember that. That's the only thing that I remember. And rain.
That's so funny. Great. Well, Carrie, we're kind of coming to the end of our time here. I wanted to definitely thank you for coming on the channel and making the time and staying up late and getting a separate apartment for the live show.
I know, right? I'm going to ask her if I can borrow this apartment more often. It's really nice and relaxing to come in here. It's nice and quiet.
Yeah, quiet. Internet worked out well. Everything worked out great.
I'm so happy. Yeah, I was worried about that.
Oh, awesome. So you've been a trooper. Thanks for finally coming on. I did get Carrie. Now, the one-time use t-shirt can go in the laundry, I guess.
You're going to wear it more often, though, yeah? You're not just going to wear it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll put pictures on Facebook, Instagram, and all that stuff. That'd be good. But yeah, thank you for coming on. I'm going to send you out with
Thanks so much for having me.
And have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thanks.
I'm Carrie. I'm just your average mom living a not-so-average life. This is my husband, Joshua, and our kids, Haley and Max. We sold everything and stepped out of our comfort zone to travel around the world together.
What a great guest. Loved having Carrie on. Awesome. Really, really good. Really appreciated having her on. She took the time. It was tough to kind of fit into her schedule. She's got a lot of stuff going on, doing all these videos every week and got a family to take care of. So really appreciated that. And great conversation. So we had some good pre-interview conversations as well. So it was nice to kind of finally have her on today. But wanted to let you know, so we kind of came to the time for the intermission video. This is my payback time. Brian Flowers, you better watch out. Here it comes. So for those of you that don't know, Brian Flowers originally started his channel. He was doing driving videos. He was driving around talking this kind of stuff. And then magically one day they sort of kind of disappeared. And he was then doing the live streams or the recorded videos in his home. And I thought, like, I was always thinking, why did the, driving videos stop? You know, those are kind of entertaining, this kind of thing. So I put the moderators on the job. I'm like, we got to find out why these driving live streams stopped. So we uncovered some CCTV footage, closed circuit television footage of Brian Flowers. And I think we know why the driving live stream stopped.
Afternoon, everyone. The whole point in me making this YouTube channel was to try and get benefits for all of the businesses that I'm involved in. Anyway, a few people asked me how to value a business in Pattaya. Yesterday I had a funny comment. What I'm doing with my comments is I'm answering everything. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm just out today making a video, and I just drove to the John TM overpass, and I just had a story in mind. Something that happened about 8 years ago. I'm not proud of it, and I'm going to get loads of abuse for it, but whatever. I was quite young at the time, so what happened was I always say that you should only have a kid here if you've got a car. Nice. So anyway, the video was just about why my channel is so crap. It's crap because I'm not looking for a mass amount of people. The thumbnails, I'm going to change it, but I just find them funny at the moment. And then the content, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, to be honest, but I'm going to keep talking about business and aiming about business.
Well, hopefully you guys got a laugh out of that. I got a laugh out of it, if nothing else. I'll tell you, Brian's got some nice cars. It's all different colors too. Wow. But I don't think I'll be driving with Brian. I think I'll just be taking a tuk-tuk, pop bus, motorbike. It's okay, Brian. I'll meet you there. So what Carey Away saying, thank you so much for having me on, Richard. It's so fun talking to you. So Carey was great. She's really close to 10,000 subscribers. So let's try to, consider going there and giving her a couple extra subscribers to get her to the 10K. I'm sure that'll be a great video. She's going to probably submit us a dance video. I'd love to see a video for celebrating 10,000 subscribers that we could play here. And then Phil is saying, Brian's only got one shirt. So I found out he's got like 10 of that one color shirts. So it's like he's got like 10 of those black shirts. They just cycles through that kind of stuff. But yeah, they're all the same color. But he's trying to promote his business. I always told him that just a little bit further down is the name of the business. He should move like the name up or move the camera down. one or the other. And then Prince O Worldwide said, it's really great. You promote all these channels. Respect to you and keep up the good work. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. So time has come for vlogger news. This is going to be the fun part now. We busted out Brian. I got even with him, sending me all these crazy text messages last week. How dare you, Brian? Now we're even, I think. I hope. I don't know. Him, Martin, Nick, they're all going to come up with something. It's going to be a big attack. I can see it coming. So let's pivot around and talk about vlogger news. We got the dancing segment coming on here. When this is finished, we're going to play through all the vlogger news, talk about James's 7.5 hour live stream. Wow. right. Love that song. Great dance submissions, everyone. That is excellent. Looking forward to getting some more next week. Next week will be the 49th show, followed by number 50, the Magic 50 show coming up soon. All the vloggers going to be coming on. It's going to be a who's who of YouTube vlogging on that show. So it's going to be very stressful and very fun. So I can't wait for that. I'm sure the guys got some tricks planned for me for that one. I'm going to be on my guard. I'm going to hire some independent moderators to come on, like a Delta force of moderators to help out that are going to watch moderators watching the moderators. That's right. That's how you got to roll. That's how you got to roll on YouTube. So let's get to the vlogger news. Chocolate Man in Thailand did a 7.5-hour live stream. So it turns out he just forgot to hit end stream. That's all it was. The actual live stream was 45 minutes, but he forgot to end it. No, I'm just kidding. It was actually a full live stream. He's trying to get over 10,000 subs, and it was 10K or bust. Ended up being a bust. So James, you tried. You get an A for effort. He's going to get to 10K, guys. I think he's like 30 away at this point. James, let me know in the chat how far you are. I think you are like 30 away when I checked this morning. So very close, but that was epic because he was doing it in the studio and then he went mobile, he went live outside and still kept the signal. So when the video rendered, it said 7.5 hours. So that was great. I could never do something like that, obviously. Like an hour is my max here. I got nothing else to talk about. I'll just be sitting here reading comments, reading the news. That's about it. So I don't know how you do that, James. Awesome job. Great video. If anyone has an extra 7.5 hours, I'd say check that one out. If you don't, maybe just watch the first couple minutes. If you watch about 1 minute, I think it gets credit for a view. So do a solid, watch an ad and watch the first minute, and then James will get credit for the view. And then Johnny, there is something happening. So wow, what a great video this was. The title is Want Fun, Then Don't Come to Thailand. So, Johnny's the king of clickbait. So it's actually a video talking about the Phuket sandbox. And he actually raises some really good points about why the rush to come back, everyone. Like if they're not going to be serving alcohol, if you can't go to a restaurant and enjoy a meal with a beer, or a glass of wine, or a cocktail, why would you want to come and spend 2 weeks in your hotel? So he raises some really good points. I'm sure he's probably getting a lot of diverse comments on that video, but I really enjoyed it. So if you're not familiar with Johnny, there is something happening. Huge channel. He's been growing for years. Lots of great videos there, top quality. He's located in Hua Hin, Thailand, so just across the bay from Pattaya. And then Pattaya. So did a great video this last week. It's interesting what Phil's doing there. He's like a glass half full kind of guy. And bless him for that, right? I mean, so this video, he's going around showing the bargains that can be had for Thai bars. If you want to purchase a business, what the costs are. He's making phone calls to find out what the cost is to get into a bar, that kind of thing. And he's definitely seeing it as like, it can't get any lower, so it's going to rebound. So maybe this is the great time to come in and purchase a business if you're so inclined to. So, one thing, I just like his channel oozes positivity. And I love that about Phil. Like I can go there. Of course, he's going to be walking around. You're going to see places closed down, not a lot of people out. But, he does right by his employees as a business owner. He definitely takes care of his employees very well. So I love to hear that kind of feedback from people kind of back channel that Phil's a great business owner. But he's also creating these great videos as well. So for those that might not be familiar with Lead Pub Pattaya, please go to the channel, check it out. Some really great videos, kind of give you the state of what's going on in Thailand right now. And then I got to be nice to Brian here because, of course, Brian let me kind of utilize some of that footage for the for the driving intermission video. He did a great video on 12 different types of YouTube commenters revealed. I thought it was hilarious. So for those of us that are YouTube creators, it definitely resonated. And then for those of you that do comment, maybe you'll kind of see some people that look familiar to you in regards to like the first guy to comment, hey, I'm the first one here, that kind of thing. So it's a really great video. And he's doing a lot of great stuff there. We share a lot of content back and forth, a lot of analytics back and forth. And I'll tell you what, his channel is really doing great. So I appreciate guys that go over there and kind of take a look at his channel. Some really great videos with a lot of great inspiration, motivation, and definitely some perspective from a Thai business owner, from American business owner, UK business owner in Thailand. So it's nice to see that because he's seeing things that the everyday person would not see in Thailand. I think it's a really great perspective that all of us kind of should pursue and take a look at. So great video series from him. That's not the only one that I like. I like them all, but I'd say go to his channel and check it out. And then Icy, That's My Style. So we had her on a couple weeks ago with See You Around, and we also had her on her own live show as well the week before that. She had a great video just came out called Icy in Chinatown, Bangkok, tasting amazing street food. So great video, awesome. Really loved the video. she does a great job walking around and kind of showing us the sights around Chinatown, which is right there on Yarawat Road in Bangkok. And for those of you that don't know, so Chinatown in Bangkok is actually the largest Chinatown in the world. So she takes us there, and just a really great video. One thing that Icy does a great job of is with the editing, but also with the music as well. Just really good music. I mean, you just kind of sit back and relax and enjoy the sights watching her video. So, I'd say go check out that video. Consider subscribing if you like her content, because she's got some great stuff coming down the pike here. And then John 555 Thailand. So he's going to be actually our next week's guest. So the female focus, 8 weeks of this is kind of coming to an end. And next week, we're having John 555 Thailand come on. And one of his latest videos is Pattaya, Thailand, Koh Kram. He takes a Playmate boat trip. Man, this is a good video. So I was checking that out this morning. Really, really good. So takes a private boat tour to Koh Kram, and just really cool video, man. Definitely a lot of fun on that one as well. I think it's like 20 minutes long. Great video, a lot of fun. He'll be on the show next week. I'm looking forward to having him on. I feel like we've had some kind of offline discussions here and there, looking to do our pre-interview this week, but just seems like a really fun guy. So looking forward to having him on the show next week. And I would just let you know, for those that might be interested in sending in a dance video, just email me. You got richardtravel@gmail.com. I'll take all formats. You can also share via Dropbox or G Drive as well. And I can actually upload the format and make all any kind of changes. So 5 to 10 seconds is all I need. Doesn't even need to have any music in the background. I can put the music in and that kind of stuff. But then I'll feature you on the Vlogger News segment. So send in what you got. Carey Away, looking for her video to come in shortly. And again, Chocolate Man in Thailand. Come on, man. You got to get off the pot and send a video in. Come on, man. You've been talking for weeks, months about getting a video in. So I'm going to put CJ on the case here. CJ, same, but different. If I don't see a dance video from you pretty soon, he'll get things going. So let's take a look at the outro to the Vlogger News. We'll come back and we'll talk about some other things. Let me just find the outro, and there we go. Thanks for everyone that submitted a dance video. I really love looking at those every week, kind of editing that together, kind of getting the footage going. It's really great. I appreciate that, everyone that took the time to do that. And I do want to let you know, so as we were watching that, Nick Dean just submitted a new dance video. So it's kind of an odd one. I'm going to see if I can't share the screen here, Nick. So NDTVI Thailand. Let me see if I can't bring up what you sent me here, the video clip. I should be able to share my screen and show this. It looks like he might have been at the doctor's office or something. But then he kind of got into a dance. I don't know if I can share this. Looks like it's the wrong format, Nick. I'll have to maybe I'll have to share that next week. I'll try to include that in the dance video for next week. But thank you, Nick, for sending that video. Really appreciate it. Top notch. Looks like you had a lot of fun putting that together. So very good there. And let's go to the comments here a little bit. We got I think Fubar Traveler is in the house here. Do we see Ollie Brown come in? Let's see a link going up for his channel. And Lipa Pattaya says next week he tastes 7 different Pattaya coffees. Ooh, that'll be a fun one. I'm not a coffee drinker myself, but I could appreciate all the different flavors and stuff. That would be great. And then Chocolate Man in Thailand saying that he sent his video by horse, bird, elephant, and dog. Not my fault if it didn't come yet. All right, well, keep an eye out for the dogs, horses, or elephants coming by then. James, I'll let you know. I'll text you the second I get that. Is it going to be on a VHS videotape, or will it be on a laser disc, DVD? I don't know. Let me know. I'll keep an eye out for it. Thank you. That's very nice of you. And then I see That's My Style is saying that she has a new Nana video out tomorrow. So that'll be great. Perfect. So I did want to let you know, just take a couple minutes to talk about this. Not a big deal, but it is kind of a big announcement. So big announcement for the channel is, first of all, I'm looking at changing the name. So I'm looking at changing from Richard Travel to something else, a little more catchy. It seems like a lot of people have trouble saying the name. It's either Richard Travels or Richard. It's a mess. So as much as I love the name, I am exploring possibly changing it to a different name, and that will come soon. And I will let you know that'll probably happen over the summer break. So what's going to be coming up for the future of the channel and the future of the live show is this. So we have the 49th live show coming up next week with John 555. We have the 50th show coming, which is going to have all the vloggers. I think we have 14, 16 YouTube creators coming on to sort of commemorate my 50th show. And then after that show, I'm going to be stepping away from the show for a little while. I'm going to be taking a break. I'm not sure, people are asking me how long will the break be. I don't know if it'll be 1 week, 1 month, or 3 months, just to keep it, 100% real here, guys. I don't know, but I can tell you that 50 shows consecutively, like I've done this year, has really taken a toll. It takes a lot of time to put all these videos together each week. And I've not missed a weekend, not missed a Saturday show. So it's one of those things where just looking at this for a couple of months coming. I have the support of my moderators in doing this, so they sort of knew this was coming. That might explain why I haven't been returning a lot of emails and things like that with regards to booking future dates. I just don't know when I'm going to come back after the 50th show. I definitely need to take a break. I'm going to retool the show a little bit. I'm going to take a hard look at the format of bringing on guests, if that's something I want to continue doing, or if that's something that I want to kind of pivot around and do just like videos and funny jokes and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to take a hard look at all the previous shows. I'm going to counsel with some other YouTube creators, get their feedback. But I wanted to let you all know in advance that that's the reason why I haven't been returning a lot of emails for booking future guests. We're going to kind of put a pause in the show after the 50th and see how that goes. So just know that, boy, I sure could use the break. A lot of hours goes into the show, and I get up super early for these, and it does kind of blow the weekend because the follow-ups and the comments after the show, and I got to do a little bit of what I call press after the Saturday live show. So I go on all the other YouTube live streams. I make sure I'm in the chat, posting comments and promoting the show. So I'm looking forward to taking a little bit of a break. I don't know if I'm going to do a little vacation around America or not. But I definitely am looking forward to taking a break, a step back from the channel. And during that break, I'll really consider what the name will be of the channel going forward, and then what the channel makeup will be, if it's going to be a live show with guests or without guests. So feel free to leave a comment in the chat or after the video on what you think. Would love to get your feedback because you're, of course, part of the channel. But I wanted to be very transparent with all of you and let you know what's coming down the future of the channel. So hopefully I have the support of all of you, knowing that I just need a bit of a break. So I figure once I get a week or two in it, I'll know about how long I'll be gone for. But until I started, I just don't know. I don't want to put any kind of time requirements on it until I start to kind of come up for air and take a break. So Prince O Worldwide, just lost the comment, of course. And so Chef and Dev, we'll miss you. I hate when the comments jump around like they do. I think me and Brian Flowers changed this. And then Pearlson says, I see your point, Richard. So yeah, definitely just one of those things. Need a break, need a bit of a break from everything. There's a lot of stuff going on. And Martin says, I think a Thailand holiday and Pattaya, Richard. Yeah, that'll be nice. And I'm looking forward to getting back and doing that kind of thing. Continue the live show in Thailand. Yeah, just a lot of effort and a lot of work goes into each stream. And then Day State Fox saying, hope you can still walk around San Francisco. The walks are great. So, I think I'm probably going to continue those just because that's nothing that really requires much work in advance. It's really just I'll schedule it maybe a half hour before and then go and walk around. There are some areas of the city that I like showing people. The videos are not performing well on a numbers basis, but that's okay because the comments make up for that. So I've been getting some really great comments, people saying, please keep these going. Can you go to this area next time? Go to this area next time. We went by a couple guys' place of business they used to work at 22 years ago, a couple live shows ago in San Francisco, and showed people where they used to work 22 years later. So that was fun for me. Greeny Travel says, what am I going to do on Saturday nights? I know. And that's my concern. You know, you build up a loyal following and then you kind of exit out the side door. But just know that a lot of things are going to be considered during the break. In addition to like the format of the show, we're going to be taking a hard look at the time of the show as well and see if that needs to flex to a different time of day. So we're going to take a look at the analytics, where everyone's coming in from, and when's the best time for all of those individuals. You know, the thing that I started with this Saturday live show is I tried to do it to where it was Saturday at all the places, right? So it was Saturday in the UK. It was still Saturday in Thailand. Unfortunately, it's midnight in Australia, but you know, most of the time it's pretty late there, depending on the time zone. But it was Saturday for most people. So I understand that it doesn't work for a lot of people, me included. Like, it is kind of tough waking up early. Would I like to do this maybe a little bit later in the afternoon, have a beer in hand and kind of really kind of commiserate and relax a little more? Maybe, but I'll have to see what that means for the Thailand audience, because that might mean it's the morning for them. And do we still have a following there? So a lot of things to look at. Again, I'll be meeting with the moderators to kind of talk through the logistics of that and see what that all means. But, you know, definitely looking forward to getting back. And Rights for Kicks, talking to Icy, and Martin saying, I don't think most folks realize how much is involved in the live shows. Yours is an entertainment show. It is, yeah. So a lot of different videos, and it is kind of anticlimactic sometimes when I play a short, like 60-second video, knowing that 4 hours went into creating that, and it's one and done. It's not kind of a video that gets posted on YouTube and gets to get views. It's kind of played once on a live show and never really be seen again. So it's interesting going through my video library. I can see all of the videos I've done for the live show. You know, pretty much each intro is a different revised intro each week. So that takes a lot of time as well. So yeah, definitely appreciate everyone kind of understanding me needing to take a break. And then Brian, Albaldi Brian would say we love to run the live show while I'm on vacation. Well, I have to see what people think about that. So yeah, that sounds great. And then Nick is saying Recharge. Yeah, that might be a good channel name, huh? Trying to make one that kind of flows off the tongue a little bit easier. And then Icy's saying, looks like I'll be holidaying in Pattaya alone this year. Well, I'm definitely looking to get back to Pattaya soon. A lot of people are saying November, December. I put a poll on my community tab recently asking people when they thought they'd be getting back to Thailand. And it looks like a majority of people are saying November, December. And then a lot of the other second favorite time was January, February of 2022. So I don't know if there's a whole lot of value to being the first person back. You know, one thing that Nick at NDTVI is doing, to be more serious for a second, is he's doing some videos on the homeless situation in Pattaya. And man, that's tough for me to see. And I'm sure it's tough for him to be there and see it firsthand. I don't know if I want to take a vacation and see that. I mean, because I feel like I'm the kind of guy who would want to help everyone. And you can't really boil the ocean. Right. And I think what like Nick has said on one of his videos previously is that Thai people don't want handouts. Like they don't like waiting in bread lines and soup lines to get food. They don't like doing that. It's all about saving face there. And they just want to get back to work. Right. So they don't want the free handouts. They just want to have a chance to work again. So I think that speaks to opening things up so that people can get back to normal. It's really a shame, all the things that I'm hearing that are going on around Pattaya right now. It really is just heartbreaking. To hear that families are spending the night in bars, you know, homeless, sleeping on the concrete with their children. What's going on, guys? We need to open this back up. It's just, you know, I don't like to bring politics into, you know, live shows like this, but I just think that we're talking about people and people living and surviving, being able to eat. And I don't see any sense in it. I really feel like things need to open up right away. This is getting out of hand and ridiculous. It's affecting too many people. And it's frustrating and sad for me to have to watch those videos that really show these decisions being made to keep the country locked down. So, you know, I respect the Thai government and all that they do, but I do know there's a lot of people that are literally starving on the streets and no place to live because they don't have any income. And it's really getting to be pretty rough. So excuse me for kind of getting on my, soapbox and preaching there a little bit. It's just, it's one of those things that's really very passionate for me. Great. So I'm going to kind of start to wrap things up here, guys. Appreciate everyone that came in this week. Keep in mind, we do have John 555 Thailand coming on next week. And now that we're kind of wrapping up things, I can say, John 555, I saw you went live during my live show. How dare you, sir? We'll be talking about that next week. I'll have him on the live, have a little fake fight on the live stream. What are you doing, man? Now I can't come on your show. You can't come on my show. That's crazy. So I'm going to text message you after the show and commiserate with that. But he's coming on next week. And I will let you know. So, I had a little heartfelt message there about the people around Pattaya homeless issues. But I will tell you, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the YouTube community. I'll tell you, a lot of battling and disagreements and this kind of stuff. It's continuing. It's ramping up a level. I don't like seeing it. We all share something in common. That's trying to create videos and surviving on YouTube. So I'm the victim of it too. People coming at me as well. So I'm not, I'm not innocent here. People are coming at me. It's getting nuts. So I will just leave you with this. The dogs can keep barking. This train's going to keep on rolling. So I'll leave you with that. I'll see you next week on the Saturday live show. We're going to be bringing on my favorite guy here, John 555 Thailand, who is awesome. And I will see you next Saturday on the 49th Saturday live show. Goodbye, everybody.